Well, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another night of CSC Challenger Series action brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. William Stewart here of USA Darts Productions, alongside of me, of course, Mr. Sean Green of To The Point Stream. And how's everybody doing tonight? Are you ready for some
Uh,
fourth place action? No, sorry, fourth place match. One away,
oh yeah,
one away from third.
yeah, man. So, man, what a great matchup we have for you. Uh, all the three remaining players in the CSC Challenger Series Division One, they all lost to Leonard Gates, and
That's
that's why they're
crazy.
here.
That's
So,
crazy, isn't it?
so Kenny Doyle will have not played either of these guys, depending on who he ends up playing against next week. But fourth place match, this is crazy, man. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. Rick Henze, Ram Guevara Jr. The winner is guaranteed at least $1,750. The loser is still walking home with a nice sum of money tonight, $1,300 for the fourth place finisher. How about that?
That's a hefty amount of change, if you know what I'm saying. That's some good money, some good money. I know both these guys are excited, raring to go as they've been through the ringer already. 5 rounds of action for Ram, 6 rounds of action for Mr. Rick Henze, as both these guys toe the Aki tonight. Ram playing out of Pasadena, Texas. Rick playing out of Little Falls, Minnesota.
Yeah, and man, Rick Henze, we'll start off with him playing out of Little Falls, Minnesota. Apparently coming kind of out of nowhere in the last couple of years. He's always been pretty decent, but just kind of jumped up to that, peak performance here in the last year or so. He's a huge supporter of us, man. He shares every single stream that we do every week, no matter if he's on it or not. He shared a lot of our Vegas stream. He shared a lot of other stuff. He's seems like a real nice guy. He's played the second most amount of games in the CSC Challenger Series with 80. Um, he has 28 hat tricks. His win percentage is 64%, which is the third highest behind Kenny and Soldier. And his NPR is a 5.28, which is also third. And he has 54 9 marks in the CSC Challenger Series.
Impressive little number there, isn't it? I got to
Yeah,
tell you, that is
yeah,
just a
he's something else.
and he proved it. I've seen him a couple times. I've seen him in person at the Booyah Cup. Quality dart player is Rick Henze, and then I've actually seen Ram as well. The Oklahoma Throwdown. He's put in some impressive numbers in this CSC Challenger Series as well, throwing that 5.04 marks per round. 57 9 marks and 107 7 marks, and he's only got a 3 less games than Mr. Rick Henze. So that just shows you how close these guys are.
Yeah, this is number one and number two in 9 marks in the CSC Challenger Series. It's number two and number three in games played in the CSC Challenger Series. So both these guys are seasoned in this style and format. So they're going to be rare and ready to go as we see the stadium there in Pasadena, Texas. Ram, of course, wearing his red, white, and blue jersey there, giving a
Yeah,
wave.
that's a Star City Amusements jersey. Big shout out to Star City. You see their little logo. Kind of hard to see the Star City there, but you see that big old star, of course, significant with the Texas area. As we see our lovely guy in the background, Mr. Young Buck Nick DeShera, kind of move that camera down so we can see a little better shot of these players. But you saw a nice view of some viewers this evening, some crowd there supporting Ram.
Yeah, he's got a good crowd in the audience in the stadium tonight in Pasadena. I saw on his Facebook page that he gave a shout out and asked anyone that wanted to go, as he does get the diddle there in the start with those two trip 20s. We're gonna see some heavy scoring power tonight, bud. Both these guys averaging above a 5.0, and I'm expecting nothing less than that. And we're about to get started here, and as we're getting started, we'll let you know that CSE Challenger Series is sponsored by A to Z Darts. A to Z Darts brought on a line of dart rings designed by local Sacramento glass artisan, Lucky Blown Glass. back in 2019 to offer a new accessory to the darts community. Their one-of-a-kind dart rings are hand-blown and made entirely in the USA. Dart rings are basically a necklace pendant designed to hold your 3 darts in place. They work for both soft tip and steel tip darts. You can shop by the brand Lucky Blown Glass to view all products they have to offer, or find the dart ring subcategory in the case's main category on A to Z darts.com. And then for today, Bud, A to Z Darts is giving away their featured autism dart ring designed to hold your 3 darts in place around your neck. These one-of-a-kind hand-blown dart rings are made by Lucky Blown Glass. All you have to do is be entered into tonight's raffle is hit that like button for us on tonight's live stream and leave a comment of some kind. Like, where you tuning in from? Who do you got tonight? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, what a cool little giveaway we're having in honor of Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah,
So yeah,
near
I
and
know
dear to
that's
my heart.
I was about to say I know that's significant to you, sir, and kind of cool that we're doing that little giveaway this evening in honor of that, and kind of nice to have a unique item as well.
Yeah, it's super cool. It looks really awesome. If you have it in your heart to get out and get one of those, you should. Of course, my daughter Sophia, my oldest, does have autism, um, and she's perfect just the way she is. But anything to help is always appreciated for autism research, and I know that she wouldn't be nearly as successful as she is without her ABA therapy school and teachers. So, and I know that a lot of that research and money goes towards that. So, appreciate that, bud.
Definitely, definitely. Well, hey, how about this nice little start we got going here? Can we see it? Oh, just a 7 mark for Rick, but gotta tell you, we're off to some fireworks already. 6-0 from Rick, 5-5 here from Ram.
Yeah, I mean, and you're seeing it. A lot of winning legs tonight are going to be above a 6, I think. Maybe not a lot, but there's going to be quite a few. It's going to be quite the battle as you're seeing Ram just piling in the trip 20s, maintaining that 110-point lead, forcing Rick to really take a shot if he hits 2 trip 18s again. Cannot do it, so he does close the 20s anyway, which you got to do there, right, bud?
Yeah, you definitely got to take your chances when you got them, as it looks like we're getting an update there, possibly. And I think that's going to help us out too. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. It looks like a little bit better. We were a little bit delayed there for a second because Ram actually's got a pretty prominent throw. He throws it pretty quick at the board. He uses those Aster flights from L Style for a reason, because I got to tell you, those 9-gram flyers he's got bullets to the board.
As there we get our first boom goes the dynamite from Rick Henze, getting 9 on the board. And I'm telling you, to the first of many, these guys are leading the CSC Challenger Series at 9 marks. I believe they have 111 between the two of them, now 112. So there's going to be quite a lot.
I think so
And
as
yeah,
well. Shaylin from Wisconsin, Dells, Wisconsin, says autism is very near to me. My sister and my cousin are autism rock stars. So a little shout out there to those two
awesome.
individuals. Yeah, that's nice. Nice little shout out to them.
Yeah, it's actually kind of surprising how many people are affected by the autism community, and it's awesome to see.
Certainly is. Certainly is. Hey, there's a
Look at that
7
from
mark
Ram.
there from Ram. Yeah, I was about to say 7 mark there. Nice quality.
Yep. Regains control of the leg. And that's with Rick throwing a 6.0 right now. He's going to lower that average and does not get the point lead. So Ram with a chance to get rid of the 15s if he wants to. Do you point first, bud?
I think, yeah, I think with the lead the way it is, hit that trip 17, then take a chance. He's going to do exactly that.
Go back. And there's a
Wow.
boom. Goes the dynamite for Ram Guevara. His first on the board, and it comes at an even better time.
He was looking for a little elf to bring him a 9 mark, and he had one with you. Supporting the little Christmas jersey this today. Like, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Hey, man, this is Christmas in April. Uh, it is only 4 months after Christmas to the day. So, I thought that on the 25th of every month I get to wear my Christmas jersey.
So this bold prediction from Brian Matthew, Ram 9-0. I can certainly tell you, sir, I don't think it's going to be that.
No,
Rick ain't going to let that happen.
yeah, I agree with that. I don't see how that one's going to be possible, especially with the loser start format we got here. That's a tough one.
Well, both of these guys had really nitty-gritty battles with Leonard Gates, but he was just too much to handle in the end. I think they both went 9-5. Maybe one went 9-5, one went 9-4. So pretty close little battles there, as they would say, or neck and neck, getting those winning legs almost identical with Gates.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be a good little match here. Look at this, 2 trip 19s, plows in
Yeah,
the third.
Ram's feeling it right now. Boom goes the dynamite. Ram Guevara, 3 in the bed on the 19s. And there's his second one of the night. And this is leg 2. And look at this from Rick.
Come
Boom
on.
goes the dynamite right back at him.
This is getting gritty already. I love it. I love it. This is what you came here to see. 400 and almost 50 already tuning in on all our platforms. Gotta love that. Welcome to the CSC Challenger Series 4th place match between Ram Guevara Jr. and Rick Henze.
Yeah, and we're going to have a battle for you tonight, guys. As you see, a 6.5 to a 7.0 throwing right now. And they're still on 20s and 19s. And already almost a quarter of a way to 1,000 points.
You're going to see a couple of these back and forth point legs where
Ooh.
they kind of get extended into the rounds before we see them move on or advance. I think both these guys kind of have the identical strategy.
Yeah, which is actually interesting because I think it's the exact opposite strategy that we saw last week from both of our players in Division 1. As we got our second 9 mark 3 in the bed, boom goes the dynamite for Rick Henze. He
5
is
already.
hammering those 9 marks, and so is Ram. Yeah, 5 already in this match. That's insanity. It's leg number 2. I didn't warm up my voice loud enough, I don't think.
Should have got your Freddie Mercury notes in before you came to the stream tonight. Get a little practice in.
Don't do re so fa mi le whatever it is. Don't do that to me. What's terrible is that I
Come on,
know it too.
come on, Banana Man.
You stop it.
No, but really, stop it. uh,
What do you mean next year? I haven't already thought about the costume choices that I'm going to have for next year. Not at all.
Jeez Louise. We gotta be thinking about TOC beforehand. Oh, did I say that out loud? Dun dun dun. Nick, get ready in the background.
I blurred it already. Don't worry, we're fine.
Ram looking to try to storm with a comeback. He's got to go for the 16s here and hope for a big number. 7 marks got to be the answer. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, so Rick can control this leg. Look at him throwing a 6.17. Pretty late into this leg. And he's staying with it. Look at this.
Oh!
Great 7 mark there for Rick. He is in control of this one. Round number 7, he's throwing a 6.29.
Barb Harris saying, playing league tonight, so cannot hang. Hi. Hello,
Hey, Barb.
Lovely young lady out of Wisconsin.
She was a sweetheart.
Gotta tell you, it was great to have her come back and just kind of chit chat for a minute and take a picture and just, what we said. Hey, you ever see us come out and say hello if we're at a tournament or something? And she did exactly that as Rick Henze 6.0 in that one.
Yep, there's the return from Rick. So now we see what Ram's going to do going first again. Who's ever controlled those 20s has had complete control of each leg so far.
We see another match that goes almost to the break before we see a break of throw.
Oh boy, that's not a good start.
That is not. There is the There's the commentator's curse, possibly, and we're just starting out. So that's an early commentator's curse, but lots of room to make that up, Ram. Come on.
And Rick does take control of those 20s. So this is going to be interesting here. Scott Hanish goes, also the guy with the most points has won each game. Thanks, Scott.
Well, for a guy that came here for a pottery class, as he said earlier, what are you doing still hanging around? Just kidding. He came here for a quality match. That's what he did.
He's already muted us. It's okay.
AKA pulling a Chrissy Grimmel.
Oh, she loves me now.
Yeah, she totally does. That's what she told me as well, that she's totally loves you. Nothing else.
Yeah, see? Told you. I told you. Not that I was annoying or anything. I know. All right, Rick in control of this leg. Throwing a 5.5 to a 3.3. And that's another great last start. 6 mark for Rick. Ram's got to destroy these 17s here. There's 3 of them. Oh. A little bit off in this leg, buddy. What are you seeing here?
Yeah, I think we're seeing just a little bit of lapse here in this leg from Ram, but I mean, maybe he's just trying to get over that little start. It's hard to imagine. I mean, a player like Ram, he's been playing well for quite some time. I know he kind of had that little lapse there where he kind of got into a lull and suffered with his throw for a little bit, but kind of has been on the rise once again. Been a guy that's been at it a long time. It'd be hard to think that would cause him to kind of have a lapse here, but everybody does over a long format here and there.
Oh, for sure. You're going to see 1 or 2 legs where these guys are not throwing ridiculously good darts. Here we're just seeing it from Ram early, and it's better to have it early than when it's 8-8. He gets 4 of them in there.
Ray asking about a little glitch there. I think Ram he's got that little, if you notice in his throw, as we see Rick there winning that with a 5.47. In his throw, he'll start out with like a little twirl and then kind of get his form in check. I asked him about that at Vegas, or not Vegas, at Oklahoma Throwdown, and he said he kind of had a shoulder injury in the past. So you'll see him kind of do this twirl here. Let's see if he does it. There it is. And then kind of get set and then do it. Or then go into kind of motion.
Yeah, but he's moving his body a little bit more than he normally does.
Yeah, just a little bit. It looks like that.
And that can cause that little right or left movement in the dart. And look at Rick. It's just a statue back there. Boom goes the dynamite. Rick Henze. He's trying to take control of this early.
Yeah, and Rick, he seen him at Booyah Cup. He's a real sturdy left-handed player. And look at this. Oh, just right outside for the 9 there almost. But he's a real sturdy player. But he said, don't try to guess what I'm going at when we were talking 01 with him, because he said you'll never guess where I'm going, because half the time I don't even know where I'm going, and it ends up hitting, so I end up going with that route. I think Cricket's a little bit more standard. He seems to be that point guy and attack those numbers when he needs to and close them, as he does there. Nice 7.
Well, he has missed a dart in this leg, so mark that down. He's got 9 mark, 7 mark to start off. He's just really starting off this extremely hot. And Ram's not throwing terrible early on. Won the first leg pretty nicely. He's just, these last couple legs, Rick's just shown almost a dominance early in this. See it right there again.
Yeah, Rick has really been playing well the last couple months, and I see him very active on the grand board. He's been been kind of doing some sessions, some long sessions at that on the Grand. So, and gotta tell you, he plays with his boy, and his boy is a talented individual. His boy stands dang near just as tall as Rick, which is something to say. And I think he's like 15, 16, or 17 years old. He's a quality shot. And yeah, if they're going back and forth, I can only imagine they're just picking up each other. And I bet you we see Tyler here soon on the CSC Challenger Series as well.
Well, there you go. I can't wait to see it too. As the scoreboard does get updated there, it is 2-1 Rick here in this fourth leg, and now it is 3-1 Rick. As I say that, he throws a 6.69 in that one, bud. Against the throw twice in a row against Ram, and all that does, it makes Ram have to win a couple against the throw on Rick. That's not a good spot to be in with how Rick's throwing right now, which is above a 6.0 in the last 3 legs.
There's Kira Henze saying Tyler's 17, 6 foot 6 inches tall. I told you he was tall, brother. I even told Rick, I said, your boy's about as almost towering you. He said, I know. You ain't lying.
I hope he plays other sports besides darts. He needs to utilize that 6'6" frame at 17. And look at this again. Rick takes control on the 20s.
You know, for me, though, I'm going to be honest. Yes, Ram has kind of not found his way in the last 2 legs, but Ram loves the bottom of the board. Those 19s, those 17s, he just pounds them. So I don't think that's going to bother him too much, losing out on the 20s if he does. But he's really got to find his groove here. Got to find it quick. He doesn't want to be more than 3 legs down, I think. It's just a tough thing to do against a caliber player such as Rick Henze.
Yeah, it makes it a tough road. He's gotta find it quick though. I mean, he's starting off the legs a little bit slower than I think he would like to. The last couple legs at least. Nice 7 mark there. Gets him right back in this leg. So see what Rick does. He missed some darts last time up.
I think one of the things to notice about Ram's game in particular that the stats really kind of outline is if you look at Ram Guevara, he has 10 less games played than Rick, right? 10 less wins. But he has, Ram has significantly more 6 marks than Rick. And I think that shows that he has more explosive rounds as we get
Boom goes the dynamite.
But I think that's going to be one of the things where if Ram does find a stroke, it's going to be very explosive, very much in like a big barrage of games. And then you're going to notice more of Rick's consistency throughout the whole game.
Well said from the Lord above.
Young Buck.
Just the random guy that comes in every
The
once
Lord
in a while.
above.
The Lord above.
We're singing Send Me an Angel, and they're sending us a sweet old angel every time we need some information.
Young 23, young buck Ashera tuning in, giving his input. Hey, that was good input, and I think he could be right here. I think, Ram could just be finding a little low, and once he sparks up, it's going to be a couple legs back to back. They're going to be really high in that marks per round, where Rick's going to maintain throughout.
Yeah, I agree with that. The problem is that if Rick's if his consistency is a 5.8 and above, that's going to be tough on Ram. That's a lot of pressure.
That is definitely a lot of pressure because when you picked up your average, what was it? 5.28 was what he's averaging for the league already. When you pick up your average, at least a solid half of a mark. I mean, wow. As we see it.
Boom goes the dynamite for Rick Henze again, tripping the 16s repeatedly to stay in this leg. He is refusing to go away. And Ram's trying to shut the door on him. Look at that, back to back. Ram Guevara with the boom goes the dynamite.
There we go.
Look at these averages, man.
I was about to say it's not like Rams far off in this one. He's just he's really putting in a good round. And he's got kind of the house advantage here. It's just Rick's giving him a ride. Rick ain't giving up. 6.43.
I guess we honestly should expect this, because if either guy wants to compete against Kenny Doyle and Leonard Gates next week and the week after, we saw Leonard Gates average a 6.18 last time we saw him on stream a week ago. So we're going to see some averages in the sixes tonight, that's for sure. We're seeing right here. These guys are going nowhere.
Well, I've got the little advantage here for Ram because, like I said, he's got those 19s, 17s open. I mean, yes, they're the higher numbers, but those are favorites for him. He's just going to pound them all day. And there he goes, taking it. Ooh.
Oh, you can't do that.
You certainly can't do that.
Do the throwaway dart.
Because here we go. Big trip 19.
Wow. Oh. I cannot believe he stayed with the same plan as if they were closed. That's an interesting move. It almost worked. There goes those 16s. And now point all day on the 15s, Ram Guevara. He doesn't get more than 4 bowls advantage. If I'm Rick, I shut down the 15s, right?
Yeah, I think he's not very happy with that last dart. That really looked like it could have been almost a triple there, but just a quick look that we got there, a glimpse before it bounced out.
Did he get rid of the 15s?
No,
he stayed and just got the bowls.
I don't mind that at all. I mean, I really don't. He's down, so why not go ahead and hit those and force Ram to hit 1, 2, 3 for the win here? Or just pound the 15s. There you go. I think that's a smart answer.
Yeah.
That is a smart answer there.
You got to go bowls, or you got to go points if he's going to just try and go points himself. The last start seemed to be rushed a little bit. And Ram in prime position to hit 3 bowls, take out this one. He earned this victory, that is for sure, in this leg. Man, a 5.4, but they were in the 6s for the majority of that.
Yeah, they really were. And I mean, they were high 5s, low 6s there, and just riding it high. And what a gritty leg. Nice win there for Ram to make this 2-3.
Yep, but Rick back with the start. This is actually the first time we've seen Rick start a leg since leg number 2, in which he shot a 6.0 and ran away with the leg.
We got over 550 tuning in on all our platforms. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We definitely appreciate that. Make sure you've liked and followed. Drop us a comment. That way you can get entered into our dart ring giveaway, our autism awareness dart ring giveaway this evening.
Yeah, it's a good looking dart ring. So leave a comment, hit that like button for us, and you're automatically entered into that raffle for a chance to win that.
I'm wearing one right now. It's actually one of my favorite pieces of dart apparel. I got a TOC a couple years ago. These things are wonderful and fashionable.
Yeah, they're perfect to hold your darts on in. Definitely have a case with you, whatever. But if you're at the tournament and you're just kind of walking around instead of setting them on the table where they can easily be lost or misplaced by actually picked up by somebody, is what I mean. I mean, that happens every once in a while. Keep them on your person, keep them on yourself, on your chest. It's pretty cool.
Man, look at Rick Henze again, a 6.0 in this leg. The consistency that he is showing is insane, honestly. But Ram just continuing to fight back hard. This is gonna be a back and forth battle all night long, bud.
Yeah, and I didn't expect anything other than that, honestly. When we knew that these guys were going to meet here in this 4th place match, and you just the caliber of players both these guys are, it was just bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it. Both these guys average over a 5 in the CSC Challenger Series. Both these guys throwing really, really strong darts. We've seen a couple legs, one over a 6, including a 6.69 from Rick Henze. Whoever's going first is seeming to have the advantage, except for those couple legs from Ram. But anything can go. Anything goes from this point forward. It's going to be quite the battle for the entirety of this race to 9 all cricket format here at the CSC Challenger Series. And I am excited for every second of it.
More excited than a kid on Christmas with that jersey.
Hey, every day I get to see your lovely face, buddy, is like Christmas Day to me.
There we go. If you didn't see our opener here, Sean Green wearing a little rep for Christmas, repping his new Magic wear jersey. Why not? Love it, love it. As Nick pops it on over. Good camera work, Nick.
Eric Larson asking, how do you get qualified for the CSC Challenger Series? And boy, do I have a story for you.
Let's hear it, Sean. I want to hear a story.
Well, do you want to know how to become eligible to play in TOC in October 2022 and or the CSC Challenger Series?
Yeah.
Players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily. Get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. They are always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, have your vendor contact PPD on their website. From there, players can get signed up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing one league a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today. Once you have played in those leagues and gathered a lot of points, if you're within the top 500 players points-wise on the All-Star rank list lockdown date, you could be eligible to play in Division 1 or Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series.
I definitely thought we lost Sean there for a second mid-sentence. I was terrified as I was like, I got to pick this up after this? What? Oh my goodness.
That was dramatic effect. Also, I was trying to read through everything that I didn't want to say on the script that I
You were just
created for
buffering
you.
like a YouTube video. We were like, what happened?
What?
You were just
All
like,
right.
fine, then complete silence.
So the gist is, hey, head on over to dartstoc.com and you can check out how to get qualified.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to say it quickly.
Good stuff here as we see Rick Henze. 536 here, just 1, 2, 3 on the bowl needed. Yep, does
Got
so. 4.80 in that leg as he will gain the lead before we head into our break here. We got one more leg before we do so, but he has secured that lead going into the break.
Yeah, all Ram can do is make it 4-3, and I think Ram is most likely going to do that depending on how he starts on these 20s. It's been an interesting start for him on this number. And it looks like it's going to be again. Yeah, it's the trim 19 dart 3.
I was wondering if he was going to consider doing that, making that switch on that third dart, or even possibly seeing him like start off on that number, which is a daring thing to say, especially with the way Rick's been hitting the 20s lately. I don't think that's a good option, but yeah, I like that smart move on the third. Like he just really wasn't comfortable with it. Moved down to a number you are comfortable with the 19s.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and I actually had that same thought process when he was about to start. Is I wonder if he goes 19s instead of 20s, and he tried it for the first 2 darts, and those 2 darts might make all the difference here, as Rick piles on again some points on those 20s. Ram's gonna close those 20s here, though, right?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go ahead and take at least a stab with it now. Yep.
And he gives control right back to Rick. There's the trip 18. There goes the 19s. And up. Almost got rid of the 17s. You know how I can know that Rick is throwing well? He's getting frustrated when he misses a triple into a single.
Yeah.
Have
That's
you
when you
noticed that?
know. Yeah, exactly. That's when you know when somebody's just playing a little bit too well.
Yeah. Yes. Boom goes the dynamite. Ram Guevara getting the 9 on the board. Gets the point lead by 19 points. There goes the point lead. I'm surprised he stayed up for all three, honestly.
Looking at the 17s here. We're going to lay it right on top. There it is.
Yep. Look. Yeah, he looked up
Ooh.
and got it.
I was wondering, I was like, does he take another stab? There's plenty of room in that 17. Nope.
Yeah, I thought I saw his eyes shift, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to just call it out like I always do anyway. There is the point lead back. Oh, and he tried to stab it right back, did Rick. These guys are going after this one now.
Look at this in the chat. We got a lot of regulars letting some people know about the game score being correct. I know it's kind of deceiving with the game screen as it kind of comes up there. It does include that 0-1 first game, so that's kind of why it's deceiving. So appreciate that in the chat, guys. Thank you.
Yep, guys, appreciate that as always. And again, if we were tuning in for the first time, second time, third time, we'd be confused by that. I get it all the time. I'm like, wait, no, all right, never mind.
We are seeing a pretty quick affair here as 8:30 was our start time. And, of course, we started a little bit after that with our little pre-introductions. But 9:07 right now. And I knew this was going to be the case because Ram doesn't mess around. He gets after it, and so does Rick. They'll probably, if they were playing on the board together, it'd be a turn and burn affair.
Yeah, I mean, and how about how impressive Ram has been to take back control of this leg after Rick really had a good lead on him. There goes the 16s, so he'll just be able to add points if he wants to. Maybe go bowls if he wants to. Gonna add some points now. Yeah. 95-point lead.
Nice little 7 mark there. Holding the 5.38 average in this one. Look at some doubles here. Oh, just outside from the old 6 mark on the Bulls.
Woo! And just gonna let Ram know he's still there. You know, just,
right?
just a little Rubbins racing moment, you know. Ram smart to be like, all right, I'm going to extend this point lead a little bit, bud, as there is now no longer winning darts in the hand of Rick Henze.
Yeah, that's definitely a smart dart. Rick missing into the 17 with that second dart.
The Ram now in control just to go at the bowl. One more will do it. Yeah, there you go, guys. 4-3. Ram battled back in that leg to win it, and he needed it. 5.17.
Nice average there in that one to kind of crawl back into that one and make this 4-3 as we head into our break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have some more action coming your way. We get some interviews with these guys here, and then we'll be right back with the conclusion of the Division I fourth place match. William Stewart here alongside me is Sean Green and Nick DeShera. We'll see you in a moment.
Don't go anywhere, guys.
My name is Rick Henze. I'm playing out of the Rustic, and I play for Midwest Coin in Minnesota.
Well, Rick Henze, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the CSC Challenger Series Division 1. We're right here towards the end, fourth place match to get into the third place match right here. Are you excited to be on the stream?
Oh, very much. It's going to be looking forward to it.
I know we're all looking forward to it as well. You have a very tough opponent this evening of Ram Guevara Jr. Have you had any experience playing him in the past?
I've played him in leagues. I know he's going to be a tough competitor. He's really been on fire during the CSC so far, so it's gonna be a real good battle, I think.
Now, looking at this bracket here, every remaining player has lost to Leonard Gates at some point in this tournament. Can you talk a little bit about how your match against Leonard Gates went, and if you do make it to the final, how you might approach it differently?
I know the biggest thing, every time I play Leonard, I seem like I start off really slow, and I always get those 2 games behind, and he's just so hard to catch up on and to gain legs back on, and I just got to start out strong if I get back to him, and then just keep your foot on the gas the whole time.
Now, Rick, your first time on the stream here, for the people that aren't as familiar with you, how'd you get into the game of darts?
Well, I had a friend of mine about 12 years ago actually asked my wife if I could come play darts, and she said, yep, get him out of the house, and she's probably been regretting it ever since.
And then what advice would you give to a brand new player, right? As someone that's like watching the stream, they haven't really played in too many dart leagues or tournaments yet, and they're seeing these top players have these really high averages. What advice can you give to encourage a new player to keep practicing?
My biggest advice is don't expect greatness overnight. It takes time to perfect your throw, to figure out your strategy that you want to play. Just don't expect anything overnight. That's my biggest thing. It's going to take time to play at the level that we play at. Doesn't happen overnight.
What would you do with the money if you end up winning it?
Oh, definitely. I'd more tournaments, paying down credit cards that I've used to go to tournaments. Just more darts. It's darts and darts. That's all I want to do.
Well, I know we're excited to see what you do on the stream tonight. Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Thanks for all the support. I hope I do you proud tonight. And yeah, just thanks to everybody that's been behind me the whole way and pushing me to exceed in something that I love to do.
Well, I know they'll all be cheering along in chat this evening, watching you play, Rick Henze. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we wish you the best of luck in your match this evening.
My name is Rick Henze, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
My name is Guevara, playing out of the stadium, and Star City is where I play for.
Well, Ram Guevara, it's an absolute pleasure to have you back on the CSC Challenger Series here. You have a great matchup tonight against Rick Henze. How are you feeling about tonight's match?
Feeling good. Just stay focused, doing what I got to do, and I know he's a great shot, so I know what I got to do to get through with it.
Now looking at where we are here, you're at the 4th place match in your bracket, getting into the 3rd place match. Do you feel like now we're nearing the end of this weekly term, the pressure's starting to like mount up a little bit, or how does that make you feel?
No, there's no pressure. I've been through playing with all the top shooters. I mean, it's either your game's on or your game's not on. I mean, the best you can do is go with it.
When players are going to be watching tonight on the broadcast, a lot of them might be new to the game, maybe just playing their first league, or might not even be playing darts yet. What advice or encouragement can you give to a newer player when they're watching top level players like yourself play?
Just stay with what you're doing, and if you feel like it's pressure on there, it takes a lot of practice to be to our kind of level, the way we've been playing.
Do you have like any talk between you and I about how your game plan is for going into tonight? Are you going to play more aggressive, conservative? What's your game plan?
Man, game plan, it can always change. So it just depends on staying focused, hitting what you got to hit. I mean, it's always going to be a different strategy against everybody, or at the moment. You got to take risks in order to, keep going.
Well, I know we're excited to see the risks and the shots and everything else in between tonight. Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody watching along?
Nah, man, I just want to thank everybody for their support, especially at the bar that I play out of, especially my sponsors for continuous support. Booyah Darts, Star City, the Stadium, Wolfman, and other than that, man, I just appreciate everything they do for me.
Well, I know we're going to appreciate watching some great darts out of you tonight against your opponent, Rick Henze, on the CSC Challenger Series Division 1 4th place match. We wish you the best of luck.
My name's Ram Guevara. Y'all are watching the CSC Championships.
Welcome back, everyone, as we get back underway with this one between Rick Henze and Ram Guevara Jr. Been a exciting affair. I think Rams wanted to come out with a little bit more, but I think he's going to be happy to be in the spot he is in now, down just a single leg with the possibility of making things interesting. We've seen it before. We can see it again. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, let's put this into focus here. Neither one of these players are even halfway to the number of legs needed to win, which is 9. So there's a long way to go in this match. Anything can happen. Loser start. Just need a couple breaks of throw from Ram, and he's got back control of this overall match. Man, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Buckle up, guys. It's going to be quite the roller coaster finish as we're starting off with the boom goes the dynamite from Rick Henze. Just in case you forgot of the scoring power of both these guys, here we go.
I was just about to say, I wonder what Ram may have done in the meantime to kind of get back into form, as they say, if you can consider it even that. And then, why even say anything about Ram when Rick just comes in and just plows in a 9 mark right off the bat? Can't forget about him, who's leading the match right now. But man,
yeah. Listen, shout out to everyone also in the chat. We've been seeing all these messages. We've loved it. Sean's watching from Skybox Sports Tavern, which is awesome. Steve Diker, what's up, Scuba? How are you, sir? A lot of people rooting for both these players, which you love to see, man. As we get a boom goes the dynamite from Ram Guevara back at it. One from each of these guys. Start off leg number 8.
somebody asked beforehand what was the over-under on 9 marks, and I got to tell you, I was expecting upwards of 15 to be that affair, but we're only halfway through here, and we could have just as many as we saw between Gates and Doyle in our last match. That's what I think here. We're talking 2 guys that have 57 and 54 on the session. You're going to get a plethora of them.
Yeah, they're number 1 and number 2. Like I said at the start, so you knew that they were going to pile them in. But when they had 5 9 marks after the second leg, that's when it was reaching some craziness territory, you know?
Yeah, I think you are correct there. 15's here. Look at this. Coming in hot. Oh!
I'm telling you, both these guys just refuse to go away in these legs. It makes them intriguing here at the end. There's no kneel down victory. You got to close out that number as you see Rick gets it done right there with a 7 mark. So it's looking more and more likely like Rick is going to take a 5-3 lead and extend that lead back out to 2. Do you think Ram's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to get it back to even and then anything goes?
Yeah, essentially. I mean, and that's the crummy thing in coming out of the break is Ram didn't get to go first. It was actually Rick that got to go first, so we couldn't capitalize on coming out of that break early because that could have been a real momentum rider. But anything can catch momentum. I mean, one big 9 can catch a fire, and that's all Ram needs to find right now.
Yeah, as he gets 4 bowls there. I want to shout out Brandon Perez sending us 200 stars. Brandon, a Las Vegas player that we got to meet during our time at NDA. So shout out to Brandon. Yeah. Thanks, brother.
Talented player there, Brandon Perez. We were awfully surprised with actually how the outcome was for his weekend and numerous of his teammates.
Yeah, they shot fantastic all week long. It was in an impressive field too. That was awesome to see.
Well, for being such a small community of darters there in Vegas, I mean that is something to be said there. To kind of, it's one thing to do it on a local level; it's another thing to do it on a international, or yeah, I guess an international level, because we did have international players with Germany and Canada there.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It was a testament to that field, and you know, being able to do that is you see in this one, Ram is quick striking on the 20s, and Rick unable to do anything but a 3 mark on the 19s. Can Ram capitalize on it? Last start's good. But yeah, I mean, so impressive for a lot of those teams that just kind of came out of nowhere.
Big one from Rick as he plows in a
Boom goes the dynamite for Rick Henze.
number
Man, we've seen so
13 on the night. Wow.
We're in leg 9. We're in leg 9, man.
Somebody grab the fire extinguisher. The booms are going insane here tonight. We're burning up the place.
Hey, we don't need no water. Let the mother burn. And I'm fired. Bye.
I'm gonna say as Nick cracks up laughing in the background.
See, my job's pretty fun. It's like I get to basically be a overglorified chatter right now. I just get to listen, watch darts. I have to push a button every now and again. I usually forget, and then someone will remind me. It's a pretty sweet gig.
Well, you're right about forgetting. No, I'm just kidding. You do a great job, buddy. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, though. Sometimes we can get lost in the shuffle here. We can get lost in the momentum and forget the talk as well. Although it may not seem like it, we definitely get kind of lost in it here and there. You'll catch me stumbling, or you'll catch Sean as well. And it's just we watching the action.
Yeah, we're trying to read something, or watching faces, or looking at a chat. You scroll through Facebook. I know 90% of the time we're doing this. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, somebody got me some. I think it was William Vollmer up in Wisconsin, who was saying that's funny. Will's in the chat as well as watching, or commenting as well as watching.
Oh yeah, we're watching everything you guys are saying.
Don't worry. Yep.
Oh. As Rick again against the throw is just really putting in a great performance. He knows how to throw second, like he knows how to put pressure going second in a leg.
This is a good compliment, and I have to say it. Rick Phillips saying you guys do a great job keeping interest. Always fun to listen, and that's exactly what we try to do. I mean, we try to have a professional attitude, but as well as have some fun here and there as we see a big old
boom goes the dynamite. 3 in the bed on the 16s. Gosh.
Every once in a while, unfortunately, we got to deal with that nonsense. But hey, it is what it is, Rick.
I was hoping honestly on that one you were just gonna let it just keep rolling and not stop for me. But since you did, I threw in a good one. I made it worth it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the next one. I think. Why not? Why not? I should give you one.
You better warm up your voice first, though.
Well, it's funny because every once in a while here when I'm on Facebook, and we're both active on Facebook, we gotta be. Someone will hit me with the boom goes the dynamite on my post, and I'm like, son of a gun, I'm just not that guy.
Yeah. You're the boom guy too.
I guess so. I'll take account for it. I'm just starting to say, yep, you're right.
You're wearing the jersey tonight and everything.
I decided, why not rep you?
Well, I appreciate it, bud.
Definitely a nice jersey from Magic Wear. You can get one too. Head on over to magicwear.com. Get your boom goes the dynamite jersey. You can rep some of the CSC Challenger Series as well.
Absolutely. And you can also get yourself a USA Darts hat, right? That you're wearing tonight?
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We're working on the platform. I'm actually going to be doing most of the orders So maybe I'll be slipping in some goodies here and there.
Sweet.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
you know what would go really, really well with that hat would be a USA Darts jersey. Why didn't you wear one of those?
You would have. You would have. I didn't want to bling out too much.
You honestly look great in it. When you were the one who was self-conscious about it, I was like, yeah, you're right, terrible. Oh, it's wonderful. No, look how great he looks. Look how great we look in our Magic Wear apparel.
I mean, Sean's just over here playing Jingle Bells tonight. Why not?
Hey, you know, I just try to be festive one day a year, and I chose today, and you're just throwing it right in my face.
I gave it to you at NBA too. I had to.
Well, of
Couldn't
course.
resist. Couldn't resist. There we
Listen,
go,
I don't
5.
like to dress flat.
Okay, guys, so it's Nick here. The boys don't realize they're muted. Can everyone just say, Will, watch out behind you for me in chat real quick? Just, Will, watch out behind you. I want to freak him out a little bit. Thank you.
That's right, you got
Makes
nothing.
Mondays a little bit better watching this. Oh, I was reading a comment. Reading a goodie.
Well, I appreciate that, Austin. All right.
Justin said you should have worn your banana suit.
Well, I agree. I actually almost did, but I couldn't have hidden it from Will before we started, so I wanted a genuine reaction out of him if that was going to be the case, and I couldn't do that there. So maybe one day.
What is going on here? We'll watch out behind you. What?
It's the creepiest thing ever. All right, good.
I am so nervous right now.
Well, this is what I have to deal with on the CSC Challenger Series, guys. Creepy chat.
I may have muted you guys and told the chat to say that while you guys couldn't hear me, just to freak you out. So that was, I'm really happy with chat there. Thank you for playing along.
Goodness. I was terrified thinking my wife was behind me about to just pounce.
Oh boy. Wow.
Oh, terrible.
All right, Nick. Nick wins that one. But the war's not over, sir.
Touche, young buck.
All right, back to darts. Ram Guevara's up.
Hey, Nick.
We lost the scoreboard completely and everything.
Watch where you sleep tonight, bud. What? Get a little update there.
Rick Henze up 6-3, as he did take out that last leg. Rams got a pile in the 17s here. There's a good start. Oh, go back. Ah. A little slip up there from Ram. I think it's going to cost him.
Yeah, and it potentially could. Does Rick go ahead and quickly close one here? Or does he go right to the 19s? Ooh. Yep, right to the 19s. Take his chances. Close that out with a single. I think that's a good play there. I mean, he unfortunately missed with that first one. Wasn't able to do more damage, but...
In that case, he did his job there. He did what he was supposed to do. Anything other than that was bonus for him to get the point lead, and also the close was really what he was going for there the whole time. As Ram does what he wants to do, which is just get the point lead back. Make Rick work for it a little bit more.
That's what we want to see. These guys go to work a little bit more as they're already doing work here. Look at that.
He set some dynamite, and it went boom.
Broom goes the janitor for Rick Henze. Sweeping up all of the dirt and grime around here.
All right.
Look at
all
that.
right.
all righty. We'll wrangle this in.
Let me go fishing for that comment again. Reel it back in for later. Oh boy. We're already at 15-9 marks, man.
That is insanity here, and I mean, we can potentially see easily 5 more, if not more than that.
All right, Rams needs a trip there. Gets it right in the corner.
Yeah, that last start savior, but unfortunately, it's still not enough to give him the lead. So Henze could potentially just go 1-2 and out for those 16s. I was wondering if he was going to go ahead and do that, just take a stab here after that single in the 19. I was wondering, does he stay? Does he not? It's not a big lead, but it is a lead, so he elected to go ahead and take his chances.
Yeah, I mean, it was the right move. Oh, that was an interesting stab from Ram. I wonder if that was kind of an in-the-moment thing, as I don't think his brain was fully committed to that one hitting the middle of the 3.
Aaron Riley, I'm going to need you to watch out as you say Mike Maloney 3 times. He just appears, so don't do that one, sir. But he is not in this tournament this session. He was in the last session. Oh, my goodness. There he is. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Rick never shot under a 9.47 or 4.2 versus me. What's this leg about? Well, we'll see. He's putting it on him. Rick's gonna hammer it. He does. And 2 darts. 7-3 lead here for Rick Henze over Ram Guevara. And I've got to be honest, man, I'm a little bit shocked by how out of hand this is starting to get.
I am too, and I think Rams just missed that 1 or 2 holes outside more than Rick has. Rick's just been on fire. He's been consistent throughout the whole duration of this match. I mean, just to kind of name a few averages here for you, we've seen a 6.0, a 6.69, a 5.4, a 5 or a 4.80, 5.53, 5.28. That's the kind of stuff we're talking here.
I mean, it's tough to stay up with that, and honestly, and a lot of times Rams doing that is you're seeing them start on the 19s, and I like that move.
I did say earlier, I said, I wonder if it comes to this point where he's going to elect to start on those 19s. And I thought it could happen. It does there. But the problem is Rick's just so dominant here on the 20s. Look at this. 7 mark.
He's rarely missing a triple 20. Not a 20. Not a 20. A triple 20. He's barely missing.
And what can you do if you're Ram? Because you're immediately down there. You know? You're just immediately giving him an advantage.
You got to stab at it like that. And unfortunately, I think that in a different scenario, he'd be doing something differently. But he can't against Rick. He has to take a stab at those 20s when he can. I mean, it's almost automatic. It's crazy. It's only 5 of them, though. So Ram still with a good opportunity to seize back control of this leg. Going to be more difficult now.
Easy to find it here.
Yep.
It does. Nice 6. Nice 6 indeed.
It's a smart dart to stay down there, too.
Now, if you're Ram here, this is a question I want to ask you. Do you take your chances here if you get the opportunity to close the 20s, or do you take the opportunity to open up your 17s that you've been playing and hitting well on the 2?
I think either option is not wrong. I just think that because of how hard Rick is hammering these 20s, you got to get him out of his hand.
Exactly.
He's just not missing them. He's throwing a 6.33, and it's because he's just shooting all 20s.
Exactly, and that's the thing. If you're hitting a 5 mark on the 19s or 17s, it's nothing to a 7 mark on the 20s.
I mean, the only darts he's missing right now are into single 19s.
Yep. As you see him right there, he's averaging a 6.5 in this one. I mean, geez Louise. He's really wanting to advance and do it quickly into that 3rd place match versus Florida's Kenny Doyle.
Yeah, I mean, this is not over with until it's over. But Rams got to find another gear here before Rick kind of shuts the door quickly, like he is trying to do right now.
He's
Wow.
He's got to find that peak, just like Nick was saying earlier. Rams got to find that momentum changer and just ride it out for the duration of this match, and he's got to find it fast.
This is going to be tough, but Rams almost got to find a way to win this leg. You do not want to go down 8-3 and need to win 5 in a row against the throw. Or, well, I mean, 2 of them are against the throw. That's tough, man.
Yeah, it's certainly. I mean, it's hard to say. It's certainly easier said than done, though.
Rick's not even going to give him an opportunity, though. Look at this.
Wow.
Rams going first. He's throwing a 4.5, and he's not even touching this leg.
Impressive stuff here from Rick. Look at that stroke too. Not a lick of movement other than the arm in Rick Henze's throw.
Yep. I mean, is it just me, or does he stand further over to the right than most starters? Or is that just kind of how it's lined up at the bar?
Definitely hard to tell with the camera selection. It's a little too hard to tell if it's too far to the right or not.
Well, just a reminder here, folks, as we see Rick put in that leg with a 5.87. My goodness. Impressive stuff.
He made those last 2 darts look so effortless. He's like, all right, I'm going to close the bullseye first, and then trip 20 just to get back the point lead, and we're going to move on. 8-3 lead for Rick Henze. He has not let Ram win a leg after the break. Who saw that coming?
I certainly did not. I thought Ram was going to find a gear here and rattle a few off. I knew he's perfectly capable of still doing that, but
Yep.
We'll see here. We'll see.
Well,
Go ahead.
He gets the next 3 legs. He gets the next 3 legs with the throw. So we could see if we see just 1 leg go down, you never know.
Certainly something that could happen here is, folks, don't forget to check out the Lucky Blown Glass brand and their featured dart ring necklace pendants that hold your darts in place over at A2ZDarts.com. You can snag the Autism Dart Ring for Autism Awareness Month or browse the many other designs. Dart rings include a string necklace, but that can be swapped out for a personal chain for your favorite or your favorite lanyard. They're designed to support virtually every barrel size, weight, and flight shape, even slim and paper flights. So head on over, get yourself one today, A2ZDarts.com.
Yeah, Jen was playing dirty with us this week for this ad read.
she got us. Hey, a little snippet too. I wanted to say actually a unique thing about those dart rings is actually Jen's lovely wife Henze that makes those lovely dart rings. She's an incredible job with them. Yeah, she's a glass blower, so that's a pretty cool job to have. I'd love to see that in action.
Yeah, I don't. That seems like too hot of a job for me. Like I like cold too much for that one, I think.
One of my favorite things as a childhood deals. I went to Silver Dollar City in Branson, and they kind of have a little deal there that glass blows. As we see a big 9 mark there, where we were kind of talking, or a broom goes to janitor, as I say. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do, to go watch that glass blowing thing. So yeah, a little kudos to the better half of Gin Mounts.
Yeah, absolutely. You're seeing Ram with a point lead here in this leg. But look at Rick's throwing a 6.25, guys. And he just went back to back on the boom. Goes the dynamites on the 16s. He's hit 6 triple 16s in a row.
He's single-handedly getting us those numbers up to the 20s like we were talking, possibly 5 more. Rick's trying to put that in view.
Man, look at the pressure he has put on Ram here, and now he's been hitting trip 20s all day. There they go. 17s, bye. What's he going to do now? And trip the 15. He's gone back to back to back 9 marks in this leg. Boom, goes the dynamite. Rick Henze is trying to end this thing right now.
Well, how does the song go? Ride that pony, ride that pony. He is jumping on it for a ride there as he white horses it.
I'm so happy because I know for a fact this leg's going to be cut as a highlight, and we have to listen to that singing. Ah, love it.
Make it happen, Nick. Why not?
For the match, guys, one more. Hats off Rick Henze. 6.57 in the deciding leg. Rattled off, 5 legs in a row there after the break to take it down.
Yeah.
We blink and it's over, man.
Well, this is the thing, too, is like Ram, I mean, he's not going to be as happy as, with the way he threw as he would like. He would like to have a little bit better outcome than that, of course. But Rick was he was just playing really well. I'd be tough to say he didn't raise his average tonight, at least playing at least a quarter higher than what he normally does, with a .25, probably higher, I think, myself. Possibly a 5.5 average is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, man, I cannot wait for the matchup next Monday when Kenny Doyle takes on Rick Henze, because those two guys have almost identical averages in the CSC Challenger Series. Both of them have that type of scoring power. That is going to be incredible darts next week.
I'm excited as well. I think it's going to be a one that you folks at home won't want to miss. All 500 of you tuning in right now, make sure you mark those calendars down. Put a reminder in your phone, slap it on there, get a little alarm action going at 8:30 Central Time to tune in for that match between Rick Henze and Kenny Doyle for a chance at playing Leonard Gates in the finals for some hefty money.
Well, speaking of tuning in soon, on Wednesday, Division II CSC Challenger Series, Larry Keith taking on Chris Watson for the 3rd place match. The winner is in the finals of Division II of the CSC Challenger Series. And that's going to be quite the matchup too, bud.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a nice matchup we got coming in here Wednesday evening for you. You don't want to miss that one. I do want to give a little special kudos or a little shout out to Ram Guevara, who does take home a nice little $1,300 for 4th place. That's a nice little chunk of change there for him. So can't be all too bad for him.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that amount of money, that's for sure. And I know we'll see Ram back in our next CSC Challenger Series. 1st or 2nd week of August, I've been told, is when the next CSC Challenger Series will be starting back up again. I'm excited for that.
That's news to me. News to me. That should be an exciting. Hopefully, it's that 2nd week of August. Wink, wink. Just so you know, because Will's got
We'll
a couple
see.
of events going on that first week.
You're coming to my
of
birthday on August 3rd? Is that what's
Uh,
happening?
I mean, Will's got the ADA National Championships in Vegas for 7 days, then he's turned around to Music City the following weekend. So that one may be tough.
I mean, tough break, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, guys,
Sleep when
thanks
you're
for-
dead.
Yeah, right. And that's the way it seems when we're streaming on site. That is certainly the way it was. I gotta tell you. Well, folks, thanks for joining us here for another intense matchup at the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. We're ready and raring for Wednesday night. We hope you all are as well. We will see you here at 8:30 Central for another Division II matchup. Thanks for joining us here for William Stewart, Sean Green, and Nick Young Buck Teixeira. We'll see you guys later.
Have a good one, guys.